You're going to make yourself into an irresistible man, an undeniable man. When women lay their eyes on you, you're going to be undeniable and irresistible. Welcome to the free 4-day workshop, The Undeniable Man. In this workshop, we're going to learn how to become undeniable and irresistible, impossible to ignore when we walk into a room full of women. Women are going to choose us because we are undeniable. My name is Jat T. Jones. I've been teaching men how to attract women for over 10 years. And in this workshop, I'm going to show you how to have that swagger, how to have that belief, how to have that magnetism about you where you just become a magnet that attracts the attention and attraction of women. So, let's get started. In day one, what we're going to talk about is getting yourself back into the mind state that you can do this, that it is a possibility for you, and that you, yes you, can be that undeniable, irresistible man who has that swagger. Tomorrow and in the following days, I'm going to teach you how to have powerful body language, how to give off that sexual, raw masculine sexual energy that women can't resist. I'm going to show you how to have that presence and that swagger so when you walk into a room, women cannot ignore you or deny you. I'm also going to show you how I struggled and how I overcame so that you know that you can do it too. So stay tuned in this 4-day workshop where I'm going to show you all the different aspects of how to become that undeniable man. So, my journey started a long time ago when I was this shy, timid, low self-esteem, completely feeling unworthy of even existing guy. Okay, as a young boy, I started liking girls at a very young age, at the age of 7, 8, 9, something like that, right? And my spirit, my soul wanted to become one with these beautiful creatures. But I was paralyzed by fear because I had this deep feeling of unworthiness, okay? I was so awkward that I made other people awkward. I was so uncomfortable in my own skin that I made other people uncomfortable around me, okay? So starting out, I had such a powerful feeling of unworthiness, okay? Not just around women, around people. Like I literally was apologizing for existing. That's how low my opinion of myself was. And this started off at a very early age, 8, 9, 10, 11, whatever, right? So the reason I'm telling you this story is because now I'm confident. I've quote unquote mastered the game of seduction. I have a gorgeous girlfriend, my dream girl. I've attracted a lot of beautiful women. I've conquered this game. And so I came from being one of the most insecure people to now being one of the most secure and confident people. So no matter where you are on that scale of insecurity or doubt or feeling unworthy, I need you to know that there is a way out of that hole, a way out of that darkness. I understand how it feels to feel like you're in a jail with invisible prison walls and women are over there and you're over here and your spirit wants to go and be one with these women, but no matter what you've tried and what you've tried to do and how much you've tried to push yourself or you've watched videos, read books, all this stuff, but you're stuck in this behind this invisible wall, whether you relate it as a glass wall that you can't get through, where life is over here and you're over here, women are over there and you're over here and you're just trying to push through, or invisible prison bars is what I imagine them as, right? So I spent the better part of my youth stuck in this invisible prison of fear, and I missed countless opportunities with countless women. And I'm laughing because you can probably relate to this next story. Even when girls that I really liked threw themselves at me and kind of like made it super easy for me to get them. Basically, all I had to do was like lean in and kiss them or whatever. Even when that was thrown at me, I was still so unworthy that I couldn't even capture those opportunities. Okay, so I just want to let you know that I was a really bad, extreme case where I wasn't only shy of women, I was shy of people. I was like apologizing for existing, just like with everyone. And so if I went from that to being able to be this attractive, confident man that was able to consistently walk up to the beautiful women he wanted and get them consistently, then you can too. And in this workshop, I'm going to show you how to do that. So the next thing I want to talk about right now is emotions and pain. Okay? Emotional pain. So as men, I think one critically important topic that isn't spoken about enough is the pain we're in. Okay? So I'm talking to you. I'm here in service of you. I want to be the man for you that... Okay, so here's another part of my story. When I was going through this struggle of how do I be a man? How do I overcome my fear of women? How do I navigate this whole thing? Why wasn't there a man? Why isn't there a man here showing me how to do this? Why isn't there a man who has my back? Okay? So I was searching for that man for years and years until I accidentally became the man I was looking for, right? So I became that mentor, that man that I was looking for. And so now I am here for you where you are in the earlier part of the journey that I was in. So now my purpose, my life purpose is to be that man for you. I want to be there for you where no one else is, okay? Here's what I know about you. I know that you're silently suffering, okay? Just like I was silently suffering. As men in this society, we are shamed if we suck with women, if we're shy, if we're not able to take courageous action, right? And people just throw things at us like, just be confident, just be yourself, man, just go and talk to her, don't care, but none of that advice works. If you're paralyzed in fear and you have unworthiness issues and, you're paralyzed, then you can't just go. If you could go, you would go, right? So I want you to know that I'm here for you. My stand for you is I want to be the man who's there for you because no man has been there for you in this area of women, seduction, and you being maybe paralyzed by fear, or you don't know how to overcome your feelings of unworthiness, or you're dealing with addictions. Maybe you're watching porn, you're in pain, you're depressed, all that stuff. I went through all that stuff. I was in a deep, dark hole, and I just had to claw my way out for years and years and years. And I won't lie to you, man. Sometimes I really contemplated giving up. Okay, I contemplated giving up because I felt like no matter how much I scratched and clawed and tried to climb my way out of that dark hole of insecurity, of fear, of paralysis, of action, of unworthiness, of sadness, of emotional pain, sometimes it felt like no matter how hard I tried, I was stuck in that hole. So if you feel like you're stuck in that hole trying to claw your way out and you can't find your way out despite all the information you've gathered, all this, everything you've tried, I'm here to tell you I got your back. I've been there. I know the way out, and I'm going to show you the way out inside of this workshop. All right? So I got you. So I am the man taking a stand for you to get this part of your life handled with women. Okay? And I know that this, although this has to do with women, this is a complex issue that has a lot of parts to it. So let's talk about the pain part. Okay? As men, we need to embrace this conversation about emotional pain, whether it be anger, depression, sadness, regret, guilt, all these different things. Okay? If you don't know my story and if you don't know me, well, one thing that I've struggled with throughout my life is sadness. Okay? This dark sadness that I always have to keep at bay, and I have to live my life in a very specific way in order to keep this sadness at bay. Otherwise, it comes in. So even as a child, I had this deep sadness throughout my life, okay? And now as a 42-year-old male, I've learned how to live my life in a way where I know how to get myself into a positive state, how to keep that sadness at bay, and all that stuff. So if you're dealing with sadness, anger, guilt, shame, depression, all that stuff, I want you to know that I'm no stranger to the storms of emotion. Another thing is, I'm very moody and my emotions are very volatile and I'm very sensitive. Sensitive meaning I'm sensitive to my environment. So if something happens, I feel things instantly emotionally. I'm very emotionally sensitive, right? Some people have told me maybe I'm an empath, okay? So I get emotionally affected. So when I was in this game of seduction is very challenging. And part of that challenge is that it's an emotional roller coaster, right? Keyword emotional. So if you're going through pain, then I get you, I got you, and let's talk about a little bit about pain, okay? So the first thing I want you to know about pain, if you're sad, if you think you're depressed, if you're not sure if you're depressed or not, or whatever, or if you've lost motivation because you feel like you've been defeated so many times, all that stuff. The first thing I want to let you know is you're normal, nothing's wrong with you, everybody's emotional, and don't give up, okay? Don't give up. What you need to do is learn how to deal with that emotional pain and how to transmute that pain from pain into motivation, okay? So, excuse me. So what we're gonna talk about right now is how to turn our pain into a forward drive and an optimism and a positive energy so that we can kind of let that get out of our way so that we can go towards women. So how does this relate to becoming undeniable and irresistible and a good seducer? Well, when you're feeling down, you're not up for big challenges. And if you're a man who has struggled with women, then women are like a huge challenge for you. So you need to be in an optimal emotional state, or said in another way, you got to be more positive than negative, in a more positive than negative state, generally speaking, in order for you to go out into the world of women, into the game of seduction, and be able to have the emotional wherewithal to withstand the ups and downs, the emotional roller coaster that the game is. Let's not mince words here. The game is freaking tough, okay? The game is very, very hard. For a lot of you, for me, the game was the hardest thing I had to tackle in my life. So if you struggled with women, maybe the game is going to be the hardest thing that you've tackled in your whole life. Side note, I've heard 2 Marines say that it was easier for them to run into a shower of bullets in battle than to go and approach a beautiful woman. So the fear of approaching very attractive women is real. It's normal. It's wired into us. We're not going to get into why that is right now. But again, I just want to let you know it's normal. But that's why we got to talk about the emotional stuff first, because you got to be emotionally positive enough, okay, and optimistic enough and strong enough, feel kind of like emotionally healed a bit before you can go out and run into this game of seduction, because you are going to face rejection, you are going to face a lot of no's, and that's just the way the game goes. So let's talk about emotional transmutation. How do you transform negative emotion into proactive, courageous action? So I learned this from attending 2 acting workshops with the award-winning acting coach Ivana Chubbuck. Ivana Chubbuck, she coached, she was an acting coach for Charlize Theron, Brad Pitt, Halle Berry, and many others. Okay, so we're talking about top-level Hollywood acting coach. So I went to 2 of her workshops, and she has a great book called The Power of the Actor. And so I'm going to teach you right now the framework of the power of the actor and how we can use it to take our negative emotions and turn it into something positive. So Ivana teaches the following. She says, you want to take your pain and use it as fuel to push you to propel you forward to win. Okay? So we all have pain. Okay? I've failed at this game. I believe that I suck with women. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. I'm insecure. I hate myself. All this stuff, okay? We have pain. We have insecurities. We have all this stuff. Let's acknowledge that, right? So you take that pain, and I'm going to show you how to take that pain and use it as fuel to propel you forward to win. To propel you forward to win means I'm going to take all this pain and I'm going to use it as fuel to push me forward to go talk to women, to push me forward to go after what I want in life. Okay? So what do most people do with their pain? What most people do with their pain is first, like, how do most people respond to the pain? Okay, myself included in the past. So when I was depressed, when I was sad, when I was feeling sorry for myself, when I was victimizing myself with all this stuff, right? I feel down, and what do? I sit in my pain, right? Oh, I sit down, I watch porn, I scroll on the internet, I eat junk food, I just sit in my pain, right? So Ivana says, when you just sit in your pain, it's the same as like sitting in a bathtub full of poison water that's just kind of poisoning your body because you're just soaking in the pain, and then that poison gets in your body and creates some kind of disease. Okay? So that's what most of us do with our pain. We sit in it, right? And then what do? We start medicating with unhealthy things. So we start trying to drown out the pain with porn, alcohol, social media, Netflix, junk food, drugs, prostitutes, strip clubs, etc. All of these negative things, right? And no matter what we do, how much porn we watch, how much junk food we eat, how much Netflix we watch, no matter what, the pain is still there. We're just kind of keeping it. I don't want to look at it. I'm scared of it. I'm just going to keep it at bay. Okay, tranquilize my... okay, porn. Oh, fine, right. And you watch some porn, you're medicated for a while, then pain, burger and fries. Oh, okay. And then after a while, okay, strip club, So that's the unhealthy way. And then we get out of shape. We get filled with guilt, with shame. Our confidence goes down and down because we feel guilty, we feel shameful of who the guy we're becoming, etc., right? So that's what it means to sit in your pain. So sitting in your pain basically means your response to pain is passive. Okay? So this is what we got to change. We got to change your response to pain. I know you're in pain right now. I know you're suffering from aloneness, from loneliness, from maybe resentment against women. Why aren't women choosing me? Resentment when you see a guy and a girl walking down the street and you see that the guy is less good looking than you. He's got less going on than you, but he has the girl. So you feel resentment, jealousy, betrayal, abandonment, all this stuff. Okay? You feel like you're out there and the world is there and it's just feels bad. So I got you, man. I understand. So we gotta create movement out of your pain and stop being afraid of it and look at it as your friend and your asset. So let's go back to Ivana Chubbuck. Okay? So she says, use your pain as fuel to propel you forward to win. And the statement she says is, I'm going to win not only despite my pain, but because I have so much pain. This is beautiful, okay? I'm not only going to win despite the fact that I'm in pain, but because I'm in so much pain. So let's break it down. What that means is she says that, okay, some people say, okay, I'm going to fight and go after this woman thing despite how much pain I'm in, I'm still going to go after it. Okay, that's one level. That's really good. But we can take it to a whole other level and say, I'm not only going to go out and go after what I want despite my pain, but also because I got so much pain. The because is a beautiful, powerful statement. Okay, well, when we're saying I'm going to go out there not only despite, but because I have so much pain, means if I have this much pain, okay, this is minimum and this is maximum. If I have this much pain, usually what we say, we use that pain as an excuse. We're like, I have this much pain, so I can't go out there because I don't have the emotional wherewithal. I don't know how much more rejection I can take. I already feel so much pain. I can't go out there and get a rejection from a woman because I can't handle so much pain because I already got this much pain. So we use all this pain as an excuse not to go forward in our lives and go after what we want. We're switching around, we're looking at it differently, and we're saying this is not a liability. This is not something that stops us. This is something that fuels us. What we're saying when we say, I will act because I have this much pain, means if I have this much pain, if I'm this pissed off about the situation of my life, then that means I have this much fuel pushing me forward to win. I'm so pissed off at my situation. I have so many reasons. I've wasted my life. I've wasted thousands of opportunities with women. I've wasted countless years of passionate, amazing sex. If I don't get this handled, I'm going to grow up with regret and nothing's going to shield me from that. So you're going to look at your pain and you're going to say, because I have this much pain, that means I got this much fuel, this many reasons for me to fight for what I want, for me to fight to become that seducer, that man who has a beautiful woman in his life or beautiful women in his life. So let's go back again. I'm in pain. I'm in pain. I got this much pain. Okay? So I'm fueled forward to win not only despite this pain, but because of this pain, I have even more fuel. What that means is that the man who has more pain in his life has more fuel, more passion to go after what he wants because you got more reasons, okay? Because you're more pissed off, you're more disturbed about your situation. So this brings us to the next point, which is what you've been doing before this video is your pain is here and you've been like this, turning your back on your pain. Here's a hot dog. Here's a PlayStation. No offense to gamers. Gaming is cool, but let's say if you're using gaming as a tranquilizing tool, right? Here's my game. Here's my gaming. Here's my porn. Here's my Netflix. Here's my junk food. Here's my strip club. Right? You're not looking at your pain. You're scared of your pain, so you're kind of like trying to run away from it, right? And tranquilize. What we're saying, and then you're like, oh, why am I not motivated? I'm depressed, I'm sad, and because I'm sad, I'm not motivated. Here's why you're not motivated. Your pain's back there, right? You've been facing here. How are you going to be motivated if you don't get present to how you're messing up your life? You got to stop and get present to how your life is passing you by. How do you get present? That's your pain right there. You do this. Boom. This is what we're doing today. Okay? This is my pain. I'm facing my pain. Fuck, I missed out on years of amazing sex. I missed out on like 3, 4, 5 dream girls. Shit, if things keep going this way, I'm going to grow up and regret my whole life and see that I wasted my life. I focused on my career instead of what's important, which is relationships. Career is important too, but you got to get your relationships down, man. Okay? And oh shit, So we're changing the attitude, the direction from running away from our fear and not looking at our fear to boom. Let me look at my fear. Let me get more emotionally impacted. See, this is counterintuitive. I'm trying to tranquilize myself. I don't want to feel the pain. I don't want to feel it. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You want to feel the pain. If you're not feeling the pain, you're not going to have that motivation to drive forward. I want to feel the pain. Don't fear your pain. It is your asset. It is your friend. It is that voice inside, that spiritual higher self that's saying, come on, man. You're better than this. You got this. We got to handle this. Do you know what pain is? You know what pain is? It's that inner calling that says, come on, this is urgent. We got to do something about this, man. Come on, get off your ass. Come on, go get it. It feels painful to stay passive. It feels painful to not face your fears. It feels painful to not go towards your purpose. It feels painful to be separate from women. It feels good to be one with women. You understand? So you got to embrace the pain, hug the pain, say, come on, bring it. I want to feel the pain. Don't be afraid to feel the pain. When you feel the pain, okay, listen to me, when you feel the pain, when you get disturbed about your situation. Your problem is you're not allowing yourself to get disturbed about your situation. You're not allowing yourself to get disturbed that you're not getting blowjobs, that you're not getting sex, that you're not dating an attractive woman, that you've wasted years. You're not letting yourself get disturbed and you keep distracting yourself. Stop distracting yourself. Turn those off. Stop taking the tranquilizer shots. Wake up, face your fears, face your situation. Then you're going to get pissed off. Get pissed off. Why? Because now you're turning that pain into anger, into fuel, into that, fuck, man, I'm not taking this shit anymore. I want you to picture your younger self. Picture yourself at 12, 15 years old looking up at you. Would your younger self be proud of the man you are right now? Or would your younger self be disgusted, saying, God damn, man, you fucking let us down. Why are you being such a fucking bitch? I can't even lay my eyes on you. I can't believe you turned out like that. Now, I know that's confronting, but this is loving. I'm not putting you down, but you got to wake up. If you've grown up that way and your younger self thought that you're going to be jacked, you're going to have a great body, you're going to have money, you're going to have women, you're going to have your life together, you're going to be on purpose. If that's what your expectation was as a 15-year-old, and now you're looking at yourself as a 25, 30, 35, 40-year-old, whatever, and your teenage self is ashamed of you, you got to get ashamed. You got to get ashamed in a way where you're like, God damn, man, I let my younger self down. I got to get this shit handled. You got to raise your standards and stop tolerating mediocrity. Okay? So we're transmuting pain into fuel by getting present to the situation we're in, what it is costing us in our life to stay stuck in this situation. And when we do that, that's when we say, I'm using this pain, I'm fueled forward, I'm motivated forward, not only despite this pain, but because of this pain, because I got present to how fucked up my situation is, and I'm no longer going to live in denial, I'm going to go after what I want. What we're talking about here is truth. You are being a liar to yourself. You have been in denial. If you're not motivated to go after what you want, it's because you've allowed yourself to be in denial. You've lulled yourself into this sleepwalk state where you're like, oh, it's not bad. Maybe I'll tackle this in a few years. Oh, maybe I'll hire a coach in a few years if this doesn't work out. You're being a total asshole to yourself. A total fucking asshole to yourself. I talk to so many men where I care about their success with women more than they do. And I gotta metaphorically take them and shake them and say, wake up, man. This is your life. Years are passing you by. Every morning you could be getting a beautiful blowjob, having wonderful sex, building a beautiful life, family, kids, all this stuff. And you're sitting here sleepwalking through your life, turning your back, tranquilizing. I care more about your success in your life than you do. You're going to wake up one day, 45, 55, 65, looking back saying, fuck me. I fucked my life up. And so this workshop is to try to save you from getting there where you regret. All right? When I was growing up, one gift that I had from a very young age, I was always grateful for my youth. I always wanted to use my time wisely. Okay? You know, there's a saying, you only live once. Well, I made up a saying, which is you're only young once. People don't understand. You know, maybe you're 20, 27, 37, 47. Man, your window of youth has a window. Okay, yeah, you got more life, but when you're young, that's a window and you got to capitalize on it. Here's something that I don't fully agree with a lot of men is they focus so much on their careers and they put zero effort on their relationships. Then they get to 27, 37 and they can't even talk to a girl, but they got their own apartment and a car and they're like, oh yeah, well, I focused on my career. Yeah, but now you got nothing, nobody to share it with. Now you're a 40-year-old who doesn't know how to talk to women. Get your shit straight. Okay? Time is valuable. More valuable than money. Money comes and goes, but time, nobody can buy a minute. You ain't got no minute. You got to get this shit handled now. You got to get urgency now. You got to tell the truth. So, this conversation is about telling the truth. Can you tell the truth to yourself about where you're at and where you're going and your probable future if you continue this route? Facing your fear is you waking up every day and being truthful, like, okay, this is where I'm at. And when you're truthful, only then can you get present to your pain. Don't run away from that pain. And when you get present to that pain, you'll get pissed off enough to fucking get off your ass and do something. Pissed off enough to hire a dating coach. Pissed off enough to go and talk to that woman even though she might reject you. If you're not going to feel your pain, you're not going to be motivated enough to go into this challenging game. If you're not going to feel the pain, you're not going to be motivated enough to walk into that challenge, which is this game. One more time, if you are not going to get honest enough to face the pain and feel the pain, you're never going to be motivated and driven enough to go headfirst into the game. So, this is real talk. You got to get real. I hope you can feel my love for you and how I want to save you. I want to be the man that is there for you that wasn't there for me. I looked around and I couldn't find a man that genuinely cared about my success, that was fighting for my greatness, that gave me the step-by-step instructions that I needed. So a lot of this game I had to figure out on my own. Now, of course, a side note, there were some men along the way that helped me. Of course, no man succeeds alone. But ultimately, no man cared about me as much as I believe I care about you and your success. So, let's wrap it up with this. Let's wrap up this pain section. Number 1, don't use pain as an excuse for you not to get this woman thing handled. I'm in pain now. I was in pain before I started this game. I was definitely in pain during the game. Pain doesn't go away. We all have our issues and we all need to learn how to manage our pain while living this productive life as a man. So stop using pain as a delaying strategy, as a procrastination strategy. I'm really in pain now. I got to go and do therapy for 5 years and figure out why my mother and father didn't love me, and then maybe I'll be emotionally ready to go talk to women. That's just procrastination. That's just creative avoidance. Okay? You're ready now to go out there. You got more pain? Great news. That's great. If you tell me you got more pain, I'll tell you, man, that's great because you got more fuel. You're more driven than the next guy. You got more reasons to go and talk to that drop dead gorgeous girl over there. So use your pain as fuel to propel you forward to win. You're going forward not only despite the fact that you're in pain, but because you're in so much pain. The more pain you have, the more fuel you have, the more forward drive you have. So stop being afraid of your pain. Stop turning your back on your pain and tranquilizing yourself. Take your pain, hug it, use it, embrace it, feel it, get pissed off, And that will fuel you forward to win. And then you'll become that unstoppable motherfucker where all the other people are like, damn, how's that guy so driven? How's that guy so motivated? How's that guy going and talking to those drop dead gorgeous girls over there while the rest of us are terrified? He's going because he's got more reasons. He's got more pain. He's connected to that fuel. He's got this, the motherfucking jet fuel all running through his veins because he felt it. He felt that pissed offness. I'm pissed off that I'm not getting that sex, that I'm not getting those blowjobs, that I'm not getting those beautiful girls. I'm pissed off that I've wasted opportunities, but I'm not going to waste any more opportunity. I'm not going to waste any more of my life. I'm going after this now because I'm embracing this pain and going forward, not only despite the pain, but because of the pain. You feel me? That's what we got to do. Irresistible man, undeniable man. So we're addressing pain first. Pain is okay. Pain's not going away. If it's not going away, let's transform it into fuel that propels us forward to win. So to wrap up day 1 of the workshop, if you're watching this, make sure there's a whole playlist. There's going to be 4 videos on here. To wrap up today, I want to tell you this. I believe in you. I was where you're at, or maybe even in a worse situation, and I got out of that hole, so you can too. You just got to stick with me, listen to what I'm telling you, and you too can break through and get your dream girl. In the upcoming lessons, I'm going to show you how to have non-verbal, powerful body language. I'm going to show you how to emanate that powerful sexual presence that women can't ignore. I'm going to show you how to have that image and style so when you walk in a room, you've got that swagger that nobody can ignore or deny. And I'm going to show you how to stop being paralyzed by fear so you start going up after the women that you really want. I offer coaching both online as well as in person. If you want to attract and date your dream girl, book a free call at calljad.com and we'll see how I can help you. So believe in yourself. I got your back. Let's do this. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.